Welcome to the Tomorrow Show. I'm Rocca, coming to you from New York City's Dorit Baxter Day Spa. From the beginning of time, eternal life has been a dream of man's. And now, with rapid advances in technology, that dream may become a reality. Take a look. Asaka, where did you get this mud?
From the sea.
Ah, from the sea.
How long do you want to live?
110.
90 years old.
45.
What if you could live forever? It might seem like a far-fetched hypothetical, the province of comic books like the X-Men.
This makes his age impossible to determine. He could very well be older than you, Professor.
But an increasing number of futurists, like Dr. James Hughes, say death may soon buy the farm.
British actuaries have already stopped issuing long-term projections of life expectancy because they expect medical technology to eventually get to that point where there's an extra year of life expectancy added every year.
Hughes is a professor of bioethics at Hartford's Trinity College. He points out that immortality will never be guaranteed.
Individuals will still be subject to murder and suicide and accidents and giant asteroids falling on the planet.
Soon the Earth will be smashed to atoms.
And all kinds of other things that can happen.
But barring those mishaps,
I think we'll probably get, at this century, to the point where life expectancy is open-ended.
Human life expectancy was 23 1,000 years ago. It was 37 in 1800. So we are changing who we are.
Change is an understatement. By 2004, life expectancy in the U.S. was 78. It's all part of man's natural progress, says futurist and inventor Ray Kurzweil. Advancements in prosthetics and artificial organs, the burgeoning ability to repair our DNA through gene therapy, and one day soon, microscopic computers racing through our veins, replacements for destroyed blood cells. All this and more will dramatically increase our longevity without, says Kurzweil, making us less human.
In my mind, that doesn't change who we are, because who we are is the species that merges with machines to expand our reach. No other animal does that. We didn't stay in the ground, we didn't stay on the planet. We have not stayed with the limitations of our biology.
Nor will we, according to Hughes.
The more experimental things that people might want to do, aesthetic modifications, wings, gills, having bio tattoos that animate the latest YouTube video or something. those kinds.
Like YouTube on your belly?
YouTube on your belly, like a Teletubby. You know, you could, theoretically, it's possible.
In exploration at Philips, an electronic tattoo sensitive to touch. If 500 becomes the new 50, if one day we end up living indefinitely, and these are big ifs, it's worth asking how life would change. For instance, the job market. Already you've been waiting for that corner office for what seems like forever. But Kurzweil is bullish on the future of the job market.
Most of the jobs today didn't exist even 50 years ago, and that's going to continue. We keep creating new intellectual structures, and most people contribute by creating new ideas and working on them, as a couple of kids at Stanford did when they created Google.
While the job front may adapt to radically longer lifespans, what about life on the home front? Dr. Hughes has a mixed outlook on marriage.
If we start to live 200 or 300 years, till death do we part, is a pretty strong claim to make, and it may be that people start to have more serial monogamy.
Serial monogamy, mate after mate after mate. A prospect that has divorce lawyer Raoul Felder salivating.
Multiple wives means multiple divorces.
Multiple divorces mean multiple legal fees. And don't forget, you got all the old wives who are coming back to get more money. So it's a wonderful carousel that keeps spinning, spinning, spinning.
Unless, says Hughes, advances in brain chemistry can soothe that 70-year itch.
And we're beginning to figure out that relatively accessible hormones and brain chemistry could be used as a part of marital therapy to improve and prolong the passionate love that people feel at the beginning of a relationship. So it might be that you enter into your marriage contract in 2030, and it not only involves agreeing to raise kids together and to share your finances, but to take a certain pill that will ensure that you are passionately in love with your partner indefinitely.
No one will have to be lonely in the future.
One of the most tragic things about anybody getting married is that eventually one person will die. So if we're presuming that they won't have to die and they can stay together and they work it correctly, I have no problem thinking that that's a wonderful gift from God.
Monsignor William Belford is the Chancellor of the Archdiocese of New York. He doesn't see the end of death as the death knell for religion.
The reason for a religion is to teach you truth. When you then make that the foundation of how you act, with integrity, with goodness, and with hope.
So even removing death from the equation doesn't eliminate the need for organized religion?
I don't think so. If we talk about religion as a way that God, who's going to exist whether there's death or not, how God allows people to relate to Him and to know Him.
Do you think that living forever would be hell? I mean, forgive the expression.
It's a good expression. You've heard hell is other people. Could it beat heaven? I don't think it could beat heaven.
For those of us alive now, indefinite life may remain a fantasy. But future generations may have to grapple with some tough choices. Indefinite life would bring with it an indefinite number of unknowns. But futurists like Ray Kurzweil think dying is for losers.
People say death gives meaning to life, but it's really life and what we can do with it and being creative and the relationships we can have that give meaning to life.
Next time on The Tomorrow Show. Honk honk. Beep beep. Caught in a jam? We'll jam on this.
Go.
Cars that drive themselves. And no more red lights.
Modern roundabouts, very safe thing in terms of traffic engineering. Yet people feel they're dangerous. Why do they feel they're dangerous? You have to sort of drive up to it, look for approaching cars as you're making this circle, then choose the right moment to enter, then look for your exit, navigate amidst all these vehicles. It feels sort of stressful. But those four-way intersections with signals are actually incredibly dangerous places.
So how is tomorrow's traffic shaping up?
A lot of engineers are putting roundabouts in towns now. People hate them until they actually have them for about a year and they think, well, a roundabout actually does work pretty well.
Next time, the future of traffic. Until then, don't stop thinking about The Tomorrow Show.